He's a Super Bowl MVP. Legendary defensive tackle Randy White retired from the game, but his life changed in a way he never expected. He's now helping to raise his grandchildren after his son-in-law died from taking what he thought was an approved painkiller for an achy knee. Turned out it was laced with fentanyl. Brian Dorman has the story.
In the 1970s and 80s, Randy White was a household name, known as the Manster, half man, half monster. At 6 foot 4 inches, 257 pounds, he played 14 seasons with the Dallas Cowboys, and he was one of the best out on the field. His career earned him 6 NFC Championship games, 3 Super Bowls, and an induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. But with all the accolades came tragedy after the death of his son-in-law to fentanyl poisoning.
He was a professional snowboarder. He taught kids how to snowboard. He was a good kid. And he was out all day planting trees. And his friend, he's had a bad knee, and his friend gave him what he thought was a real pill, and it was laced with fentanyl.
At 42 years old, Jesse Dempsey left behind his wife, Jordan, Randy White's daughter, who was pregnant at the time of his death. He also left behind their young son, a family torn apart by one pill.
He went home, and my daughter, if she had it to do all over, she probably might have been able to save his life. She didn't even realize what was going on. That's why the education part of this to the people out there is so important, because if you don't know what's happening, how are you going to help them? How are you going to fix it?
For White, that education starts at home, where he now helps his daughter raise his 2 grandchildren.
We've had some talks. My 13-year-old, hopefully he gets it. I think it's important for parents. But see, this is the thing. When they said Jesse died from fentanyl, I never heard of fentanyl. I can honestly look at you, and I don't live in a closet. I'm out around, but I didn't even know what fentanyl was.
Now, he wants to make sure everyone knows what fentanyl is and its deadly consequences, how it destroys families. He has taken his message to the playing field, a place he knows well, putting his know-how behind high school coaches all around the country.
The coaches, I mean, they're the heroes in this. I tell you what, these coaches, they're out there, they're with these kids. The kids look up to the coach. They're very influential, and I'm so proud of them. Gets you choked up.
Together, they have launched a nonprofit called Coaches vs. Overdoses, a program that provides a game plan to tackle fentanyl and defeat overdoses.
If you don't know anything about fentanyl, when you get done looking at this, you're going to have a good idea about what it is. And that's what we need.
And to the young people watching, the football great wants you to know this.
One pill can kill you. Don't take anything that doesn't have your name on a prescription bottle. Don't take it. And anybody that tries to get you, say, hey, man, you're chicken, you want to do this? They're not your friend. Run away from them.
All right, welcome back. We are talking about the fentanyl crisis, and going to our expert here in Maricopa County is the Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell. Thanks for doing this.
Oh, thanks for having me, Mike.
This is still every parent's nightmare. Children out. This is such a dangerous drug. We've seen some improvement in the numbers, but they're not where they want them to be. It's still a crisis, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it is, from what we're hearing from DEA in particular, it's leveling off. It's not really diminishing. That doesn't mean that other drugs aren't moving in and taking its place, like methamphetamine is on the rise, but I mean, it's still, 7 out of 10 pills that are coming across the border are testing for lethal doses.
So when it comes to the numbers in fentanyl cases, what's happening in Maricopa County?
Well, just to give you some reference numbers, 4 years ago in 2021, we filed 4,690 cases that involves everything from possession to sale, transport, manufacture. That was 2021. Last year, we filed 6,811. So that's an increase of over about 2,100 plus cases.
And when you look at the numbers, the growth of fentanyl and the pills that are being caught coming in, they still call Arizona the fentanyl superhighway. Are those numbers of captures going up? Are we starting to get a grip on stopping this stuff coming in?
I think there is. we've seen some big busts lately, so I'm hopeful. Obviously it's hard to measure what you're not getting, but Arizona is absolutely at the forefront of it. For 2022 and 2023, over half the pills seized in the United States, this is according to the DEA, were seized here in Arizona. So this is ground zero.
What do parents need to know?
Parents need to know that fentanyl can come in any type of pill. A lot of kids think that they're buying something like a Percocet or a Xanax or something else, and it's actually an illegally made pill. It's not pharmaceutical grade, and it contains fentanyl. And, as we say, one pill can kill. So a kid can think they're taking a Percocet and end up dying from that because it has a lethal dose in it.
I know this is such a topic we could talk about forever and ever, but I appreciate the information. I think parents need to be able to have conversations with their children about how dangerous this is, that it's one mistake and your life could be over. So I appreciate the time today and you talking about this stuff.
Absolutely. And, also parents need to be mindful. We've had just 2 cases this month of parents who were sentenced because they left their fentanyl within the reach of small children, and 2 children died. So a very small amount that can fit at the tip of a pencil can kill a child.
Appreciate the time today.
No problem. Anytime.